Walang permanent address ang mga whale sharks. Tinatawag silang migratory animals kasi sinusundan nila ang pabago-bagong kondisyon ng tubig dagat. Hello science fans, my name is Chona and I'm your resident Filipina scientist. Welcome to another episode of SHE-ensya's Corner, where we sit back, relax, and talk about science things that are awesome, scary, or exciting in the life of your resident Filipina scientist. If you're watching this on the day of its launch, then you're celebrating my birthday with me! I'm turning 36 today on March 22, 2022, and as part of my celebrations, I decided to share an exciting video with you that talks about a recent adventure I had.
Come along with me.
And this is very much linked to whale sharks. Whale sharks under the species Rhincodon typus are the largest type of shark, or even the largest fish alive today. And the whale sharks we see in the Philippines can have lengths that range from 18 feet to 45 feet and have weights that can reach up to 20 tons. What this means is their lengths can be as tall as a 3-story building, and their weights can be as heavy as a filled-up school bus. Now, our adventure takes place in the southeastern portion of Luzon, in a town called Donsol, in the province of Sorsogon. Why did I have to travel all the way to Donsol in order to see these whale sharks? Well, first off, we have to remember that whale sharks love warm waters, and so they travel all over tropical waters in the world. Some of the global hotspots include Mexico, Australia, and yes, the Philippines. But please take note that whale sharks don't have permanent addresses. They are migratory animals because they need to travel based on the changing conditions of the ocean waters. So they have to go to different places in order to eat, in order to make babies, and in order to give birth. So the whale sharks that we see in the Philippines won't always be here. Now, even though whale sharks are called sharks, they're not exactly predatory in nature. They won't chase after you, they won't be violent or try to attack you. What? So, what makes a whale shark a shark? Well, first off, whale shark skeletons are made up of cartilage rather than bone. Also, they breathe through gills and not lungs like real whales do. Their tails have an upright caudal fin rather than a flat fluke like a whale. So, when you're trying to swim with whale sharks, one of the most striking things you'll notice is how big their mouths are. And it can actually look very scary, especially since they can open as wide as 4 feet. You can actually just slip into it if you're not careful. However, it is comforting for us to know that their teeth are actually so tiny. And that's why they mostly eat krill, which are small, teeny tiny shrimp, and plankton, which are microscopic plant-like organisms that live in our ocean waters. Now, swimming with whale sharks can be pretty exhausting, especially since you have to swim very fast to be able to catch up with them. But if you're a good swimmer and if you listen attentively to your guide, it's one of the safest things that you can do because whale sharks are very gentle creatures. In fact, we are more of a danger to them than they are to us. For example, with irresponsible tourism practices, some boats come too close to whale sharks, and these boats can end up wounding or harming these gentle animals. Another irresponsible practice is when we get too noisy or too excited in the water. These noisy activities stresses out the whale sharks, and it can end up scaring them away, and it can also stop them from feeding or behaving properly. And finally, some tourism areas also try to feed the whale sharks so that they don't end up leaving the place. And this, in the long run, can end up being very unhealthy and harmful to the whale sharks themselves. Because for one, the food that we're feeding them might not be the natural type of food that they're used to. And this can cause them to have metabolic problems. It can cause them to develop certain kinds of diseases. Another is it would prevent them from changing or moving to different locations based on the temperature and other conditions of the water, which would stop them from being able to reproduce or find mates in the future. Compared to other fish and other sharks, whale sharks also swim significantly slower, and this allows them to be easily captured by some fishing boats. And in certain countries, their fins and their meat are considered delicacies. So it's actually sad that some of them are being hunted for food. And so when swimming with whale sharks, we can look but don't touch. We can enjoy their presence but we do not bother their natural habits. Please take note that touching the whale sharks is dangerous for both the whale shark and for us. Their skin is covered by a layer of mucus that protects them from parasites and other harmful organisms. If we touch them, we disturb this mucus, which can cause bacteria and other substances to enter their skin and cause them to get sick. Second, their skin also has sharp, pointed structures called denticles. And if we touch the denticles, we can end up being wounded or harmed by this. So we have to be careful to make sure that we do not touch the whale sharks. It's sad, but whale sharks are actually considered endangered. In fact, it is approximated that only 119,000 to 238,000 whale sharks are left. But we're not even sure of that number because very few whale sharks are being actively monitored. One of the major reasons for the decrease in population of the whale sharks is the pollution of our ocean waters. Chemical pollution, microplastic, and macroplastic pollution all contribute to poison the whale sharks from the inside. Apart from this, the continuous hunting of whale sharks by some countries, because their meat and their fins serve as a delicacy, also contributes to the significant decrease of the number of these gentle, amazing, beautiful creatures. So, I hope you can take time to learn more about these amazing creatures by reading through some of the links I'll put at the description of this video below. Now, the whale shark season in Donsol lasts from November to June every year. And what I love about the tourism practices in the area is that they're very gentle and respectful with these organisms. Our tour guides never approach too close, they don't feed the whale sharks, and they always teach the tourists the best way to interact with these organisms. So there's still time, it's just March. I hope you can take time to visit Donsol one of these days, get in touch with their wonderful tourism office, and have the opportunity to swim with their amazing whale sharks while they're still here. And for those who have watched this video, I might actually have a special treat for you. If you are subscribed to this channel, if you can like this video and share this video publicly and comment it in the comment section below, I have a very special whale shark surprise just for you. So one of my special subscribers, one of my amazing science fans will receive this within the next couple of weeks. So if you have any questions about the whale sharks here in the Philippines, if you have any questions about how to plan some amazing science trips like this, please don't hesitate to ask or comment in our comment section below. So that's it for our SHE-ensya's Corner today. Thank you so much for joining us, and I hope to see you around!